Sis guy, he a visionary.
This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy.
So Diddy has over 60 lawsuits pending, and now Cassie has one. Let's hear this, because yeah.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that's shameful for that Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that. As a man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, guess what? I would have raped her. So by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who would choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on a course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent And affluent people don't engage in activities like that. So I might have had a client once a month. The truth is I was only a male escort for 2 years. I continued in the profession because Cassie and Diddy continued to pay me very well, and I was an ex-con. I needed money. Yes, I was trapped in the situation. I'll admit that. I didn't know what to do. But does that mean I should be victim shamed because the same thing that happened to women all the time happened to me as a man? No. And for those women out there, for you black women who choose to shame me as a black man for telling my truth, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's probably pretty much all I have to say. You will not see me too much in the media. I don't need the public to believe me. I just need a jury of my peers and 12 people to believe me in the court. And thanks to the testimony of Cassie during the trial of Sean Combs, I have that. Thank you for watching. Stop victim shaming. Thank you.
Hey, yo, you. Can you subscribe and turn on that bell too? Because when you do, you're helping unbiased, independent news.
I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now. One, that dude is 100% from Louisiana. And two, that's one of Boosie's cousins or brothers. Bro, at a certain point in time, y'all gotta do like this or something like that, man. Like, before you cats get on the screen, do y'all be realizing what be in y'all mouths? I know now, y'all be like, man, Seti Nash, bro, you done ashy on your hands, for sure. For sure. I wash my hands a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. So when y'all see me like fidgeting and stuff like that, that's because I noticed how ashy my hands was, and then I did something about it. This man right here, lordy, lordy, lord, what the hell is in the cracks of your mouth? Must have been a crack in a Pillsbury Doughboy's ass. But he has a case. Cassie, welcome to the real world now. He said you got on that stand and lied. Now, I'm gonna be fair. That man should have testified for Diddy and them. Why? Because I think if that's the case, they might have said, hey, bro, he only guilty of one prostitution charge, because what that man just basically laid out was Cassie was thirsty. Thirsty. Like, I'm talking like, if I may, this video is sponsored by Smart Water. Thirsty, 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 thirsty. Now, when he said the magic words, I thought I was the only person who knew that phrase. Whenever, I used to hit on women and stuff like that. I don't really have to anymore now. I used to say, I'm not the most good looking. I know I'm not. But I'm the best in bed. Lying too. I was lying on that one as well. But I got the draws. Nah, but on a serious note, if you're for the avocation of people who have been wronged, then this is one of those stories that you should support. If you're for the avocation of, prostitution is wrong and stuff like that and everything like that, and, they're victims and all this stuff, cool. But I'm not messing with this. Because he said something that stuck out the most. He said, I was the convicted felon, and so since I was a convicted felon, I started slinging my pipe. Like, I ain't gonna lie. He definitely gave me spicy, zesty vibes, but I don't know these days. These days, I don't know what anybody got going on, nor do I care. But lawsuit-wise, he does have a case. The same stuff the feds just did, he does have a case. She's going to settle this. Now, how much money he's asking for, I could have sworn it was like $10 million or something like that. Boy, you'd be lucky to get a hot $50,000. I ain't going to hold you. You be lucky to get a hot $50,000. Let me go to my people real quick, because I do. For the dude who keep hopping on there and keep calling me the feds and all this stuff, bro. Let me show you something, bro. There's a page I follow. It's called Documented Things. And here you freaking go. And I can put it up on the screen right here. It says plaintiff Clayton Howard, a.k.a. Dave and Mr. Howard, hereby alleges and asks for his complaint against defendant Sean Combs, Cassandra Ventura, Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Epic Records, Combs Enterprises, LLC, Doe Corporations 1 through 10, together defendant corporation, and together with Mr. Combs, defendant as follows. Preliminary statement. Plaintiff Clayton Howard brings the civil action against defendants Sean Combs and Cassandra Ventura from an 8-year period of systematic sexual exploitation, trafficking, and abuse that occurred between approximately 2009 and... Let me pull this part up. Let's see how long this is. This is a 49-page. We're not going to do the whole entire 49 pages. 2009 and 2019, this case exposes the darker truth behind the wildly publicized narrative surrounding defendant Ventura's recent civil settlement and the ongoing criminal prosecution of defendant Combs. Defendant Combs is a prominent rapper. We don't care. In 2023, filed a civil action. So yeah, he basically just fought the same stuff she did. I believe, shoot, that's even the way in which she came out in her stuff. She went and got all of these things and all that, and I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm every male escort that was hired and all that crap who wasn't under contract, then so be it. But part of his lawsuit is gonna fall and fail because he basically said she went and got him. Now, she says I was directed by Diddy to do all of these things and everything like that, which I'm fairly certain her lawyer will point out. Then that's going to be that. But other than that, bruh, I ain't going to hold you. That's what we're looking at, man. Do I think this has legs to run into something? Yeah. Do I think he'll ultimately win? No. Because part of this is that he doesn't understand, and I'm pretty sure his lawyer probably told him you had to include Cassie in this for people to actually care. Because one thing about it is Cassie may decide to settle this and say, look, I give you 100,000, I give you 200,000 or whatever the hell, and get on. She could do that, and if I'm her, I would, and that'll be that. But right now, as it stands, man, I ain't gonna hold you. Am I feeling this? Hell nah. Because as a man, I know that we have different urges. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. Never. I don't even want to do that. But as a legal standpoint in how we're in this, save people in this movement and every movement like that, he has his own movement. So am I against him? No. Does this look silly as hell? Yeah, but it's payday. You can't convince me a grown-ass man for 10 years sat up here and basically did all this crap. He looked broke. He looked bummy. Do I know this to be true? No. Just going off a presentation of how he presented himself, he definitely looks like he's seen a couple of bad days. But does that mean that he's not entitled to his day in court? Hell nah. He's definitely entitled to that. And he should go try to get some money. Why not? Everybody else suing Diddy, I would too. Hell, I'm about to strike up a lawsuit too. It might be frivolous as hell, but I still might win like $10,000, $50,000 just for me just typing up something real quick and sending it off and saying, Diddy got me too. I mean, I was in LA around those times and, yeah. So, hey, I ain't saying I slept with Cassie because, boy, that's like dumping your wee-wee off in a vat of acid. And Jane even worse because she's, to me, in my opinion, she's fresher meat. But we don't know that because she whipped titties out at a pool game while people was getting backshotted in front of her. She basically like, party. But it is what it is on that one, man. Sure to keep your people aware, subscribe, turn on bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. Reloaded.
What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood. The team fed, yeah, it's really good. Put that on everything, bro, you're never good. What's really hood when I'm through the hood? Nothing be said, we got it overstood.